Good morning. Thank you for joining us for the December Share Fair. This is our quick and easy one. I know that we're coming up for Christmas, and of course in Melbourne we've been in lockdown for the full year, well, for most of this year, so we haven't had time to do our stuff and get everything packed and have lots of time to get everything organized. So Stamping Us gives us lots of fantastic packing options, and we're going to be sharing those with you today for quick and easy gift packing ideas, because sometimes what's wrapped around your gift is just as exciting as what's inside it. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tracy Held. I'm your South Pacific Administrator and I'm in Melbourne in Australia. Let me show you what we're working with today, and then I'll show you what my project is. So I'm using the Ombre Gift Bags. These are absolutely beautiful. They come in your in colors and they are smallish. And I guess one of, if we want to call them problems with them, is that they are quite narrow, so you can't fit a lot into them. So what I'm going to show you to do is how to make them a little bit wider. We're going to flatten the bottom so that you can pack a little bit more into them. The other things that we're using today is my stamp set. I'm using Colour and Contour, and the sentiment is from Tidings and Trimmings. This one that I did was in the Soft Succulent. I'm going to use the Fresh Freesia, so this one's maybe a little bit of a more masculine looking one. I'm going to go with making our one now a little bit more, I guess, feminine. So the other things that we're going to use with that is I'm using the, I think it's called Ombre Glimmer Paper. I've just gone and forgotten the name of it. We're using some of the hand-penned DSP. I've got my Fresh Freesia ribbon. And the other thing is the tailor-made tags. I don't know if you've seen those, but these are really nice. They give you a selection of different sized and different shaped tags, and it's got your little rounds, or I don't even know what shape those are, kind of horseshoe almost, which you can put around your tags to reinforce them. Okay, so let's get started. Now, although these bags are beautiful, I just thought a little bit of extra stamping gives it a little bit of extra interest. So on this one, I'm going to stamp the flower from my Colour and Contour set. I used the splotch on my green one. Oops. And remember, these are all the ideas that we're coming up with for you today are ones that you can use quickly, easily, make your life easier when you're very busy with all your wrapping and organizing. And don't only use them for Christmas, because hey, we give birthday gifts, we give gifts for just no reason at all, which are usually the best kind. So bear all of our Stamping Up stuff in mind, and whenever you're looking to wrap something up, make that your go-to. Okay, so now that we've done our stamping, I'm going to score. Now, what you could do, you can see that the bottom here is not exactly square, it's not quite a box, and that's because of the way that I've scored it. And I've done it like that because I didn't want to make the bag too narrow. So I've scored at 1/2 inch, and sorry our centimeter people, but I'm just using inches because it's easier with the marking, but that would be sort of your 1.2 centimeters on both sides. And we're going 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters on the bottom. Okay. I'm one of those strange people that uses inches and centimeters, and I can use them together or alternately all on the same project. I'll use one measurement centimeters, one measurement inches, and confuse everybody else, but it makes sense in my head. So we're going to fold along those score lines and just, I'm going to do it both ways so that we get a really nice crease there. And then we're going to open it out. What was my fold line on the bag is going to become my line here that's going to fold in. Okay, and then we're going to flatten the bottom. Okay. And just pinch that corner triangle, and the same, trying to get it roughly even, pinch the other side, and just because I don't want to get glue all over my mat, then we're just going to glue down those corners that we folded over. Let me try flatten that a little bit more. There we go. And glue down that side. And just like that, we've made it from a very flat, very narrow bag into one that's giving us, let's see if I can get you to see that. There you go, a bit of space inside, and you've got a bit more room to put something into. Now, the other thing that I like to do is, and obviously it's easier once you've got your gift or you know what's going inside, is see how far over you're going to fold it, so that once your gift's in, you're going to just fold it over and put it so that you can close it up. You can put a little bulldog tag at the top, but hey, we don't want the flip side to be boring, so we're going to just stamp here along my fold line where it's going to be folding over the front. And then our tag, so I've already cut this out. So from that glimmer paper, you can see you've got the whole range of colors. So I've cut it out from the top where it was your lighter color. And that was using my biggest tag over here. Then I've cut my DSP in the second tag. And my sentiment, although it would have fitted onto the tiny tag, I just thought I wanted the tag a little bit bigger, so I've cut it from that third one over there. The other thing that I just want to mention is that although this glimmer paper is not fresh freesia, it's more, I guess, gorgeous grape, when I'm working with the very light bit of it, it goes okay, it does work with the fresh freesia. And then all that I'm going to do is cut a piece of ribbon, and just, I always rather cut too much ribbon. You can always cut it shorter, but there's nothing worse than trying to work with a piece of ribbon that's too short, and you then can't deal with it. So I think I said cut a short piece of ribbon. I think I meant cut a longer piece of ribbon, and then you can cut it shorter if you need to. I mean, we don't want to waste the ribbon, but there's nothing more irritating than trying to tie a bow or trying to deal with a piece of ribbon that you can't get your fingers around. Okay, now ordinarily that should go through easily, but because I'm on camera it probably isn't going to, so that's okay. We'll just give it a bit of help. Alright, I got one bit of it. Let's just see if I can get the other end through. I think all the presenters will tell you things work perfectly when you're not on camera. Bows tie and ribbon threads and everything happens, and as soon as you get a camera going, then it just doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. But a little patience and perseverance and we'll get that through. Or I'll take it out and try again. Maybe if I cut it at a sharper angle, I'll get more of a point to push through. Let's see if that worked. There we go, that one worked better. Okay, so I'm just pushing both ends through and then putting them through my loop. Now I'm going to use a little bit of glue because I actually want my tag angled like that and I want it to stay where it is. Yeah, Joy, we all know working with too short ribbon and you think you've given enough and then you're trying to tie your bow and it's not working. Okay, so we'll put a little bit of glue there, little bit of glue here so that we can see all the different paper on our tag. We want to show everybody how pretty that tag is. And a few dimensionals on the back. And of course the age-old question of how many dimensionals are enough. Just like to give a bit of support, so we'll put 2 on the ends and 1 in the middle. Remember, the gift bag is quite soft paper, so it's not like a box. And if we're looking where we've got it folded over, we're going to pop the tag on. And now we can cut that ribbon a little bit shorter if we want to. Right, so there's our 2 bags, and I don't know if I'm maybe being a little bit sexist going that's my masculine, that's my feminine one, but whichever colors are going to appeal to the person that you're giving it to, and you can fit, like I say, your bottom is now a reasonable size, so you can fit something inside there. In terms of my always used Tombow, you could comfortably fit, I don't know, at least 2 tubes of Tombow. You could probably even fit 3, maybe 4 Tombow at a push, or 2 Tombow and a, no, that would maybe make it too big. Don't put in your snail, that would be too big, but 3 tubes of Tombow in your pretty gift bag. Any crafter would love that for a Christmas present. Alright, so that's me for today. It was just our quick one, and Annette will be up at 10:30 our time, so 15 minutes time wherever you are, and I hope that you're going to enjoy everything that everybody's got prepared for you today. We'll see you later. Bye.